Good evening, Governor.
You're holding his microphone and his coat? Are you related to this guy?
I don't want my husband to be watching this one, Governor. But I'm here.
Go ahead.
Is this okay?
Governor, thank you for coming into Waterbury. But you know, you have this sexy little statement, shared sacrifice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a lifelong resident of the city of Waterbury. And I'm going to tell you some of my shared sacrifices that we've been going through in the city of Waterbury. And you're right, there is change, not much left. In the last 10 years,
I want to be respectful, but try to make it range of the state budget.
I mean, all legitimate way on purpose.
No.
In the last 10 years, our property taxes doubled to quadrupled in the city of Waterbury, 10 to 15 years. Our water rate has increased 4 years in a row. Okay? These are the things that are making it more and more difficult for people to stay in the city of Waterbury. A lot of people that I knew from years ago that were like me, original people in Waterbury, have gone. Okay? 44 states, and I'm sure you're aware of this, are in deficit. $124 billion. That's with a B. Okay, we have an Indiana governor who had $600 million deficit, and he turned that around into a $370 million not raising taxes. We have a New York governor. He's Democrat, by the way. $10 billion deficit. Spending cuts they're facing. He has ruled out a tax increase. $10 billion. Now, that's some pretty good maneuvering if you can do that. Okay? Other states are tackling their deficit problems without putting any more burden on already strapped taxpayers. Connecticut is the second or third highest taxed state in the country. The revenue problem The revenue problem here in the state of Connecticut isn't revenue coming in. We have a problem spending too much money. Okay? So what I'm saying is little fiscal responsibility by the people in Hartford who have been spending like wildfire. They swore and took an oath when they took office to protect the taxpayers of the state of Connecticut. So my statement, sir, is we're broke, we can't take tax increases anymore.
At $3.3 billion, our deficit on a per capita basis is substantially greater than New York's, the state that one of the states you referenced. In many states, what they've done, and you should be aware of it because you're obviously a smart guy, is what they've done is they've taken expenditures that the state used to make on behalf of communities for education, for police, for other things, and shifted that cost from state government to local government. I told you what we did on the ECS formula. If we didn't do that, if I allowed that hole to exist in the ECS formula, because what the governor did is agree to spend ARRA money, stimulus money, and replace expenditures in the educational cost-sharing grant. At over $15 million, that would have represented a $3 million increase in your tax rate. Now, I suppose you probably think it's a good thing that I fill that hole, but maybe you don't. But I didn't feel that I should pass on to you a $3 million increase in your property taxes. And I don't want to sound defensive about this, because I think some of this is simply not getting out. When you call upon employees to come back to the table to renegotiate a 20-year-old package of benefits, negotiated by somebody who many of you know on a personal level, Let me tell you that I don't know of any mayor or first selectman who would ever enter into a 20-year benefit package with any employee group. You probably voted for him. In fact, I'm willing to bet you did. All right. So,
No, Governor, I might go out with you. No, I might go out with you.
so let me say it this way. Connecticut did not get into the problem that you and I agree Connecticut is in right now overnight. And it's not going to get out of it overnight. And what I'm trying to do, and I may be doing it imperfectly, and the legislature has a go at it, and they can send me whatever budget they want to send. But please understand that this is intended to be a substantial down payment in making the kinds of changes that you would have liked to have seen made 6 years ago, or 12 years ago, or 20 years ago. I can't rewrite that history. I can't, in a single act, compel anyone to renegotiate anything. I have the power to lay off people. I have the power to cut some expenditures. I am prepared to do the things that I have to do, but I can't do it all overnight. I sense in you that you're a smart guy. You probably began life being very patient, and your patience is wearing thin. I understand it. I've been a critic of state government for a long time. After all, I ran the city for 14 years and watched things, and then finally just decided to disconnect from state government because in my belief it wasn't going to serve the needs of my community. I understand your frustration.
Sir, one last comment.
Sure. I know this is going to get me in trouble.
So we are the blame, the voters, because we kept putting